1 and verse 19. I want you to see that they were not called Christians, they were called disciples. The crux of the assignment, the crux of the mission of the New Testament church is raising disciples, is turning men into students, because the entire crux of the assignment of the church is training, teaching, training. That's everything about the New Testament church. Look at the ministry of Jesus. Everywhere he was found, he was teaching, preaching, and healing. Teaching, preaching, and healing. No entertainment. Teaching, preaching, healing. And then apart to pray. Then he will take the disciples to pray. After they pray, teach, preach, heal. They go and pray. Teach, preach, heal. That was all they were doing in the New Testament church. That is how the church ought to operate. The church is not an entertainment center. No, it's a spiritual house where we offer spiritual sacrifices. It's a spiritual house where we raise men and where we establish an understanding of God accurately in the hearts of men. Am I communicating at all? Look at that, Acts chapter 9 verse 1.
And Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest.
They were threatening the disciples because of the emphasis of their message, because of their didactic, because of the mode of their explanation. I have said it over and over. If I was still preaching the materialistic gospel, nobody will insult me. Nobody will abuse me. In fact, I will be celebrated. In every church, they will be calling my name. I'll be preaching all over this country, all over the world, raising money and collecting money, robbing people and scamming people, and they will be clapping for me. But because I'm teaching the Christ message, the same thing that followed Christ, the same thing that followed the disciples is following us, which is persecution. That's our badge of honor. When you open social media and somebody say Abel is an idiot, he's a madman, he is a stupid person. When you see that, that's my badge of honor. Somebody say, how do you feel when people insult you? I feel highly privileged to be identified with Jesus in the same WhatsApp group. If people were not insulting me, I'll be checking what I am preaching. Because Jesus said, if I am your master and they persecuted me, how much less you? The same thing they did to me, they will do to you. I have told pastors, if you are preaching and nobody has persecuted you, go back and re-examine what you're preaching. Because there's no way you will preach the Christ emphasis and you will not be persecuted. The world cannot receive the message of Christ because it is foolishness unto them. So guys, it is part of our badge of honor. I didn't hear a powerful amen. Some of you, your families, they're already treating you strange. They are looking at you funny. Some of you have lost relationships. You have lost friends. You have lost people. But you are gaining better people. You are gaining better relationships. Because you won't lose all. Jesus said you will gain 100-fold in this life and in the world to come. I'm not hearing a powerful amen.